She forgave him by Tuesday. You have been on trial for 3 years. You are sitting in the same kitchen where it happened. Your name is the one they cannot release. Something in your chest just understood why. You have watched this pattern for years now. The same mouths that release strangers keep a file on you. The same hearts that excuse him cannot find room for your name. You stopped asking why a long time ago. Tonight, you are about to find out. There are 3 things their unforgiveness reveals. Not about you, about them, about what you remind them of, about the role they needed someone to play. Carl Jung saw this exact pattern in the people who came to him. He understood that what someone refuses to forgive in another is almost never about that other. It is a confession. Every man carries a private cellar inside him. Inside it lives everything he refuses to accept about himself. Jung called this region the shadow. Most men will never go down those stairs. The door is too heavy. The light is too cold. So instead of descending, they look outward. They find a face to attach the disowned material to. Someone close enough to mirror what they buried, distant enough to punish for carrying it. And that someone becomes the carrier. You have been the carrier, not for one person, for several. You have lived years not understanding why your name carries such weight in their mouths. Now you are about to. When a man forgives in others what he cannot forgive in another, he is not weighing offenses. He is protecting the cellar door. The friend he pardons is not better than you. The friend is simply safer. That friend's failures do not match anything he is hiding. Yours do. You stand too close to what he buried. That is why his judgment of you feels permanent. It is not memory. It is defense. Listen to the failure they will not let you outgrow, the exact thing they cannot release. That thing is not a portrait of you. It is a portrait of them. They have studied it longer than they have studied you. They know its weight. They know its shape. They know its taste at 3 in the morning. They named it in you because they could not name it in themselves. Every refusal to forgive is a sentence the speaker is finishing about himself. You were just the page he wrote it on. The further a man stands from his own unconscious, the more lenient he appears to the world. The closer you stand to it, the harsher the trial. Strangers escape because strangers threaten nothing inside him. You threaten the order of his inner house. You walk past the cellar door. You sometimes look at it. You sometimes resemble what is locked behind it. A man who has not faced his shadow will mistake your nearness for an attack. His unforgiveness is the alarm system. It was never set for the world. It was set for you. Watch where their mercy is staged. It is staged where it can be seen. It is staged where it confirms the image they want held about themselves. A man who forgives loudly in public has built a platform, not a soul. You were never given the public version because you stand too close to him. You see the curtains. You see the props. There is no audience to perform for when it comes to you. So the role drops. The script drops. What is left is the raw refusal that lived underneath all that public mercy from the start. 3 signs. 1 truth underneath all of them. They never wanted you forgiven. They needed someone who could not be. A man cannot keep his cellar locked without a guard at the door. You have been the guard. You did not apply for the position. You inherited it. Something shifts in a man when he finally sees this. He stops auditioning for an absolution that was never on offer. He stops translating his life into smaller words for people who refuse to hear them in any size. He stops returning to the same court expecting a different verdict. The energy that used to leave him into proving, into explaining, into the long letters, never sent that energy comes home. He starts asking different questions, not why will they not release me, but why have I needed their release at all? Not how do I make them see me? But what in me cannot stand without their seeing? This is the moment Jung pointed to that most readers miss. The accuser was projecting onto him, yes, but he had been projecting authority onto the accuser the entire time. He had handed them the keys to his own standing as a man. He had called that handing over justice. The day he asks for the keys back, the room changes. Not loudly. There is no announcement, just a quiet inward turn, a slow refusal to keep paying rent inside their version of him. He learns to let them keep that version. Their portrait of him belongs to their seller now. He belongs to himself. He stops trying to be loved by people whose love costs his shape. He stops trying to be forgiven by people whose forgiveness was a trap with soft padding. He starts walking with the strange new weight of being known only by himself. It feels like loneliness for a while. Then it begins to feel like ground. Morning finds you somewhere their judgment cannot reach, not far, not loud, just out of range. The phone is on the counter. You do not check it. Whatever they decided you were, they decided it alone now. You have stopped attending your own trial. The room is quiet in a different way than before. Outside, the city moves without asking your permission, and for the first time in a long time, you notice you are moving with it. Their unforgiveness is still there. You no longer live inside it. If you got this far, you already feel which face you have been wearing for them. You already know whose forgiveness you stopped needing the moment you saw what it was made of. There is another silence underneath this one, the silence a man learns to keep about himself, even from himself. That is the next door. The next video opens it. For now, close this one carefully. Some doors do not need to be slammed to be permanently shut.